Pleased to meet you. My name's Peter. You probably heard of me before. You're probably wondering where it is. That's the question everyone's asking, isn't it? I bet you've even asked it or tried to ask it yourselves a few times. Peter Piper packed a pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper packed. If Peter Piper packed a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper packed? Every day, day in, day out, that's all anyone ever says to me. So you want to know where it is? You want to know where? I can tell you. Just a second, please, P. I'm talking now. I can tell you where it is. I can tell you where it is in a heartbeat. But that's not the point. You see, you've all been asking the wrong question. It shouldn't be where. Seriously, just 2 minutes and then you can do your bit. It shouldn't be, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper packed? But oh right, okay. All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is P. After the semi-biographical tongue twister was released about my pepper picking activities, I got pretty famous. People started saying that I'd changed, that I'd become arrogant and aggressive, that I got a chip on my shoulder. So I put him on so I could say, there's no chip on my shoulder. It's a P, you ignorant nobody sack of shite. It's sort of joke like, but typically it backfired because P keeps pestering me. What P? What do you want? I don't want to have to do that. So, right. Sorry. He wants to know what you do for a living.
Me?
Yeah.
For real?
He'd appreciate your honesty.
I write tunes.
You write tunes?
Yeah.
Alright. So I said P could do some stand-up comedy. You write tunes. I said he could do some what? I don't want to say that to him. It seems like P says, could you perhaps compose a little ditty for one of those? P, that's not even funny, that's just insulting, right? P, have a little more integrity than to ask jokes like that, right? Because you're not just embarrassing yourself, you're embarrassing me and you're embarrassing everyone else here too. I'm sorry about that, sir.
No, right? No problem.
No, what? I'm not asking him that. No, what? Right, if I ask him, will you promise to shut up and let me do my bit? Okay, sorry sir, he wants to know where you're from originally.
I am from Lancashire.
He's from Lancashire, P. P says, you might have guessed that because you smell like you come from a complete shit hole. P, that doesn't work, right? You don't have a nose, you can't smell him. You're just saying that to be provocative. You're just trying to create some comedy at someone else's expense, and that's completely... Comedy should be about positivity, right? I know you get that from it's Jimmy Carr's sort of thing, isn't it? You've been watching too many videos, right? Just drop it. I'm really sorry about that, sir. Okay? Right, anyway, the reason I packed the pack was as a publicity stunt for the publication of my book, Peter Piper's Plain and Practical Principles of Perfect Pronunciation, the proceeds of which I used to set up the Peter Piper Foundation for phonically challenged fellows, helping others like myself who've fallen foul of alliterative circumstances beyond their control. To give you a sort of example of the work we do, I'm currently helping one young male who's a woodchuck, and he is constantly quizzed. People demand to know how much wood would he chuck if he could chuck wood. I mean, of course he can chuck wood. He's a woodchuck, for Christ's sakes. If a woodchuck couldn't chuck wood, would the woodchuck's chief not check his chucking? I'm also helping a woman who's a fishmonger in Brighton. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells, so if she sells shells by the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Some people disagree, though. They say, she sells she shells by the seesaw. It's complete fucking bollocks. I'm also counselling a woman who's exposed to a horrific case of foul play in her youth. The woman was Muffet, has suffered terribly her entire life due to a horrendous childhood incident when she was forced to eat her curds and whey sat on a tuffet. It's really terrible. We've only gone a short while, but we've had a fair share of success stories. Betty Bodder, to name but one. Basically, Betty Bodder came to me one day and said that she'd bought some butter, but that her butter was bitter. And when she put it in her batter, it had made her batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, better than the bitter butter, would make her bitter batter better. Obviously. So Betty Bodder borrowed from me to buy a bit of better butter, better than the bitter butter, and that made her bitter batter better. And she's absolutely delighted about it. You see, I picked the peck not for myself but for others. What? I'm not labouring the point. All right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. Okay, I'm gonna hand you over to Pete for a little light comic relief before we go. Right? Okay. Right. He was in a bar the other night. Right, he asked for a bag of crisps. The barman said, "That's 50p." He said, "There's only one of me, you drunken sod." That's pretty good, actually, Pete. What else we got? Yeah, there's a runner bean, a frijoli, and a legume taking part in the marathon. The runner bean comes first. You're all congratulating him. Frijoli says, "Oh, senor, que bueno, you ran a great race." But when the legume goes up, he just says, "Sacre bleu, monsieur, you were terrible. You got a head start, and besides, I have a headache. That is why you won." The runner bean's very upset, but the frijoli says to him, "Don't worry, senor. He's a typical Frenchie, a real petit pois." Pete, that's xenophobic. My girlfriend is French. How would you like it if I took the piss out of your girl? You wouldn't, right? Let's try. I'm not saying Pete's girlfriend is fat, right, ladies and gentlemen. But there's a reason they're called broad beans. Yeah? It's not so nice. No, it's not so nice, is it? Right. One nice joke to finish off, okay? Something positive, please. Right. Why did the cucumber cross the road?
Why?
We don't know. Why did the cucumber cross the road? To get to the other side. Salad.